There we go. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Um, Today is just going to be another great day for our educators. A little bit about me. My name is Michelle Lenore, and I help small businesses and big businesses connect. And by doing that, guess what? I help to get you guys certified, prepared to, as they say, meet the primes, meet your client. And this can be done in a big space, it can be done in a small space, but it's all about getting you prepared. It's all about getting you ready. And that's what I'm all about, is getting you ready for the next. I am dedicating a lot of this again to our educators, because I don't want you guys thinking about bills. I want you to be getting paid. I want you to be helping. Was the customer is your students. I want you to be able to help your students, and then your clients are pretty much the school system. So this could be our teachers, this could be our principals, this can be our other special educators. I want everybody winning. And one of the ways to do that is most definitely utilizing the government that is within your space, the school district, and the local government. So we are going to go right into it. Let me share my screen. Okay. So I was explaining to you guys before that I get a lot of emails from Bonfire. So Bonfire is, let me show you block content. So this is Bonfire. Bonfire is free for the most part. They can charge for it, but a lot of times they do not. So you can see across different states, different counties. You can see all of that information. Concerning what is out there. And I showed you guys last week, I showed you the special education professional services. I want to show you some other ones that deals with both education, and then I'm going to, show you something that's a little bit out of the box. So again, this is dedicated for our educators to, take your knowledge, take your skill set, take it to the next level so you can create legacy. So the other one that I was looking at was the Children's Learning Center. I'm not sure exactly what county this is in, but it says Children's Learning Center, even though it says this is for the community college. It looks like that within the community college that they actually have a Children's Learning Center. Now, this may be both for the students who are attending the college, the adult students who are attending the college, along with the employees who attend the college. But this is for the Children's Learning Center. Again, is letting you know. So if this is in your county, that's great. Make sure you look it up. This is a great one. And as we look at it, it was open June 18th. So it's been over a month, and the close date is July 30th. So you guys, if you're interested, you have 5 days left. This is the contact information. So Bonfire is not the only platform that you can find this information on, but a lot of them are set like this for the platform. So this is a very, very good platform. So whoever created Bonfire, kudos to you. This is a very great platform. It gives you a snapshot of how long it's open, and again, it's letting you know right here the close date. You have 5 days left. So here is the project description. So it's letting you know they are seeking to engage with a qualified firm to provide a turnkey solution for managing the day-to-day operations of the Children's Learning Center. Okay, and it's letting you know the location. It's on the Washington campus. So it seems like they have more than one campus. Okay. And so with this, say if that you have a program or process that is in place, but you may need a little bit more to have a robust program. This is where the collaboration comes in. Last week, I was telling you guys about the different books and things that I have. And so say if somebody said, okay, I have something dealing with early childhood, I have something dealing with emotional, but I want to talk more on social media. So So I created a curriculum concerning social media. This is dealing with bullying. There is bullying. So I would, as an educator, as a teacher, and when I say that, everybody who is a teacher doesn't become a teacher within their local government. They are a teacher. I would go to an event such as this. I would find out from Miss Peterson here, like, do you have a list of the people who actually, or the companies that actually, who are a part of the initial meeting? Because again, we have meetings here, so it was ongoing, letting you know everything that's happened, deadlines for submissions, questions. So if I wanted to ask questions, I have access to these questions. So if I want to take a look at the questions that were asked, can a prime pretty much use a subcontractor like me? Most cases it is yes, but it may have to be a minimum. So I would reach out to see who was a prime on this, who was looking to do this, and see if I can be a part of it and implement my books. So I'm showing you guys something like that is really, really easy, that that you can create, what your school system needs, right? Because you know what they need, then you can create a plan that can be a supplemental or an extracurricular activity to help that particular county, or in this case, to help that learning center. And right here, so we're looking at the commodity codes. The commodity codes is education, training, consulting, teacher and instruction services, childcare services, childcare center management and operation services. Let me be clear with the commodity codes. The commodity codes can be different within each state, within each county, but for the federal government, they're called NICS codes. The commodity codes are the same. I would have to say a lot of times the institutions, the local government, sometimes the commodity codes are the same number, but you do have to research that. Okay, you most definitely have to research that. So again, this is still ongoing, and if you're really interested, sometimes they'll even extend it if they do not receive enough proposal or interest for this RFP. Okay. And again, this is a great platform, is showing you all of the documentation that you need, but is letting you know right here, note to download files, log in, or register for a Bonfire account. You have to register, you have to log in. And like I said, for most cases, it is free. In some states, you may have to pay just a very small fee, but usually when that occurs, they have a lot of RFPs. They have a lot of requests for interest type opportunities that's out there. So if you know that within the county or within state that you're in, and there's a lot of opportunity, then that minimum cost may be okay. All right. And so within the proposal, again, is letting you know required documentation. Even though we're not looking at it, it's just giving you an idea of, okay, this is everything that I need, right? So this again is a great, great, great proposal for my educators. Again, within the county, you may not be able to submit something if you're not in that district. That's why you need to read all of that information. All right, so let me show you another one. Another one that I saw was just really great. This was the library patron card and key tag combination packs. Again, it's all about the schools. Schools well, I know that there's a lot of school activity that is happening across the nation. Schools are starting as early as next week. I think North Carolina, I think they have year-round schools. I'm sure they're not the only state that has that. So they've been in school. They might have had a small break, but everybody is starting to get back into school, right? So you may say, Michelle, I really don't want to go back into the school district. I want to utilize my information for something else. So the great thing about this is, let's look at the senior employment right here. Sorry about that, guys. So with the senior employment, right here, they're seeking a nonprofit organization. So the great thing about these platforms is not always for the for-profit. All right. The majority is for for-profits, but sometimes they will utilize both for-profit and nonprofit. So this is seeking nonprofit organizations through an open proposal process to implement a senior employment program. Now, the reason why I chose this is because as teachers, you guys know how different strategies that are needed to teach different individuals. So again, this is something that you can create, or a program. You might have created a program like, you know what, I created a program. I'm a teacher. I know this would be really, really great for older individuals. It's the same process. I'm going to do it. So when you do that, then guess what? You can present your program, all right, to this entity. And again, it gives you the breakdown that will provide employment and job placement assistance to older adults 60 and above throughout Dallas. So we know that this is in Dallas, right? So I may have a program. So I'm in Georgia. Now, as I begin to read this, it may state I have to be a resident of Dallas, or I have to be a citizen within Texas. So if that's the case, then I know that I cannot myself go ahead and apply for this, but I know people in Dallas. I know people in Texas. More the question is, do they have what is needed, right, to go ahead and submit this information? And if we're going to collaborate, maybe that we collaborate together, right? And I help them with the process, and then this is a win-win. And again, is letting you know what passed. These were some questions. Pre-bid meetings. Some of the pre-bid meetings, they are mandatory, okay? So this one said, is it mandatory? No, it's not. If this said yes, the pre-bid meeting was mandatory, then even though this is not closed, that if you did not attend the pre-bid meeting, you cannot send a proposal. They will not look at your proposal. They'll look at the list to see if your company was actually there for the pre-bid meeting. If you were not there, then they will not open up your package. They will not open up your email, depending on how they're telling you to submit this information. They will not open it up. So again, be aware of any type of meetings, what is mandatory, what is not mandatory, okay? And again, this is a great breakdown: consulting services, human services. So if you're like, well, Michelle, I'm in education, I don't see this, make sure that you have some type of consulting, because you are doing some type of consulting service when you are reaching out to this client, well, to the local government. So you just don't want to have one. So if you're dealing with any type of programs, then you want to say, yes, I deal with consulting, I deal with education. Again, I want you to think outside the box. Like, this is not the only option that you have, right? So we are going to look at one more. And I thought this one was a really good one too. So purchase of partners for reentry opportunities in the workforce development services. This is a really good one. Again, you have to know your area. So this is Alamo. So I know that is Texas, right? So this one, again, the status is open. You have 13 days left. And with this one, it is to implement evidence-based dedicated services that will improve the outcomes for individuals. Now, as an educator, you may know in your area that you may be connected with another organization, knowing that with some of the people who are re-entering society, that they really, they don't have a grasp on reading. They may not have a grasp on math. They may not have a grasp on certain things that your students were able to get a grasp on. You can implement this. You can talk about this if you want to, as the main person. So if you can show this, because this looks like this is not just for one business. This looks like several businesses, because there's several things that you can utilize. Most definitely, this is one of the ones that I am looking at, okay, for the career pathway. So if you guys already don't know that, not just kid stuff, that again, I have books that helps with the resumes, that helps with entrepreneurship, and then of course with LinkedIn. So I can easily submit my information, letting them know all about what I have to offer. So I can either go in as a prime, as the main business, or I can collaborate with another business who is actually located in Texas. So I have several ways that I can do that. And so for my career teachers, my career counselors in the schools, you know what the kids are missing. And again, you may be aware of what's happening in your community, and you know that they need a simple book that is talking about their resume, and then also have a digital course. So these are just some options that I got that you guys most definitely need to consider and to look at, on your downtime. Again, I know school is ramping up, but what are you doing over the weekend? I know summer is over. You may say, Michelle, how come you didn't talk about this in the summertime, right? That's okay. It's all good. Again, looking at important events, it's still open. Things are upcoming. The deadline is coming very, very soon. And again, if you want to look at any questions that was asked, that again, you have to log in to the platform. The platform has to be logged into to look at it, right? And again, it's looking at the supporting documentation, right? Everything that you need to look at, and this is required. So even though you're going to look at all this documentation, I want you to read everything. This is the opportunity, again, for you to take whatever that you've learned over the years with the different students, the different learning processes, that you can take all of this to the next level. All right. All right. So let me stop sharing my screen. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions, most definitely reach out to me. This was a short session. My co-host, she's enjoying time with her family again before school starts, before things are just like busy, busy, busy. And next time we're going to talk more again with helping the teachers. That's really, really huge. We want to help our instructors to go to the next level. And we'll be bringing on a guest. Super excited about that. But I want to show you just a little bit about how we are helping our students in our community. And I'll see you guys next week.